On this installment of What They Don't Want You to Know About Money, we're going to be talking about very important words that begin with the letter I. The letter I can really give you a number of words that can help you on your money journey and allow you to create wealth that not only lasts your lifetime, but can become intergenerational wealth, which is really what we're looking for. The first word I'd like to talk about, which starts with the letter I, is I, yourself. In all that you do, in all the decisions that you make, put yourself first. If you choose to be an entrepreneur, make sure you get paid a salary. If you choose to work and be an employee, make sure that you are happy. Make sure that you're getting paid what you believe you deserve, because I is a very important word when you start walking the journey of wealth creation. If you do not put yourself first, often you can get caught up with a lot of things which can distract you and sometimes simply take you off course. Make sure you are number one. I is the first word I'd like to bring into our equation today. The next word that starts with I, which I want us to discuss today, is a word which is not very familiar to many people, but is very important. Next to I, which is you and yourself, it's very important to have integrity. Now, integrity is, to put it most simply, what you do when no one is looking. Are you that person who has an extra bite, an extra piece of chocolate? Or if given an opportunity, you quickly do something which you know you only do when no one else is looking? In order for I to be successful in terms of my wealth creation journey, I also need to have integrity. Integrity means that your word is your bond is your word. When you make a promise to pay, you honor it. When you make a promise to deliver a service, you honor it. Because whenever I has integrity, you start to create value. You start to create wealth. You start to have people coming back to you and asking for more. Even in a workspace environment, if you have integrity, you are the trusted employee. You are the one who knows that your work contract says 8:30 to 4:30. And you get in at 8:30 and you leave at 4:30. No cheating, because you believe that I have integrity. The next word which I want to discuss, which starts with the letter I, is invent. Invent. To invent means to essentially be in a situation where you create. Wealth is created. It is invented. So often you can create wealth from your idea. You can create wealth from your industry, how hard you work. Or you can simply create wealth by understanding that it's all about your mind. Try being in a situation where you're always inventing, and part of invention is watching videos like this. Yes, I don't have all the answers, but I can definitely guide you and coach you in a way where you realize that each day, make it a day where you invent something. Have a notebook where you have ideas, where you invent, or read books, watch movies which actually educate you so that you are inventive in every approach. When you find yourself stagnant, you haven't had any new ideas, you haven't had any new plans, it becomes very difficult for you to invent. Because if you can't invent, you won't be able to create the next I word I'm going to talk about, which is income. Income is critical because income is wealth. Income is money that is coming in and to you. So you need to be in a situation where you can create income. And in order for you to truly start working the wealth journey, I always say it, you need to have multiple income streams. Your income streams are the ones that are going to enable you to escape poverty. Remember that poverty escape velocity, which I invented? I invented that. Poverty escape velocity. And the poverty escape velocity is the minimum money or minimum income you require as passive income for you never, ever to lose money again and walk a life which you have decided that you no longer want. So we've had a number of I words. I for yourself. I for integrity, what you do when no one is looking. I For invent, create. If you can't create, read and find out how you can create. Invent in your workplace, invent in your personal life, and you can actually start creating the I, which actually talks wealth, which is income, money coming in to you. And the last two I words which I want us to discuss today are invest. Invest. When you've now got that income, you need to put it into something which will vest, which means which will get time so that it can return to you. That's what we call an investment. So invest. You invent, you create income, and you invest. And when you invest, you must give it time. You need to let your money work for you. That's poverty escape velocity. That's passive income. That's compound interest. And when you invest, the last I word I want you to open your eyes to is international. International is simply speaking to, we are no longer living on an island or in one country. We live in a global village. So whatever you do, you always need to try and have a global perspective. You need to understand what's going on in the rest of the world. You need to understand what other opportunities are there in the rest of the world, because when you start to understand how the world all works together, you can now have better ideas, which is another I word, which is the same as invent, which can create income for you. And you can also be internationally mobile. Just like this video is not just being watched in one place. Anyone in the world can watch it. You need to have that international appeal. So today we're talking I words which can help you to create wealth. That's one of the things that they don't want you to know about money.